What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, been going over the Knighthood boss battle as of October 15th to let you guys know how you're able to get your 9k on your Hell and your 6k on your regular scores respectively. So let's actually hop into the video, guys, go over the teams I actually use, and I have the video pre-recorded already. But yeah, I mean, we'll discuss the team and kind of talk about like what replacements you can do, how to make your team better, how to make your team worse, whatever. But like, you know, for clearing, right? So yeah, so this is clear within 8 turns, so you get 20%, clear without eating a dish, so you get another 25, clear after using buff skills at least 4 times, and then clear without anyone dying. So you guys can see from this team build that we got here, full goddess team. We obviously have 2 buffers right here. We have Margaret and Tarmiel, and remember, Margaret does build basic stats as you buff. And then Sariel here is going to be pretty good because he just gives 20% basic stats outright based on his. And then Late Elizabeth's giving, I think it's 24% basic stats, or actually it might be 30. It might actually be 30, just like the LR Elizabeth. But LR Elizabeth is also another option, as she, you know, if you have her LR, can get up to 30% basic stats. So there is that. But yeah, I mean, Light Elizabeth I feel like is more accessible for a lot of you guys. But again, if you don't have Light Elizabeth, but you have LR, swap Light Elizabeth for LR. And then for the artifact card set, we are running the full goddess artifact card set, and that is pretty much the team, guys. In terms of characters you want to switch out, maybe you could switch out Light Elizabeth for Mael as well. You could do that, or even like Sariel, maybe that could be another option. But other than that, that's pretty much the team setup and how you want to go about it. So let's hop into the actual fight, and I'll explain how I went about the fight for actually scoring. Alright, guys, so here's the fight right here. Let's actually hop in. By the way, the gear sets on everybody is HP defense across the board. Makes sense, you know, you obviously have to have as much basic stats as possible. And I checked the message again, so we have clear without eating a dish, clear after using a buff skill 4 times, clear without anyone dying, and then 8 turns. So we're actually like doing fine. Right, so start a turn, all you really want to be doing is just buffing up. The boss does gain basic stats every time you do buff, but you want to buff up all 4 times in the first phase, so that when you're going in the second phase, you don't really necessarily need to buff up as much, right? Yeah, like pretty much I'm just buffing up, wasting all my attack cards, and we're just trying to dish out some damage. And yeah, I mean, you know, we're doing fairly okay. Just wasting the like AoE skills mainly, right? Yeah, the only thing is my Sariel got targeted a lot more than he should have. If it was Tarmiel that got targeted and the boss got block affected earlier, it would have been a lot better of a run. But regardless, we still got a really good score and got the, I think it was 12k at the end. So no matter what, I was getting 9k or higher, right? But yeah, you pretty much want to just kind of like stall here, right, guys? You can see I'm doing damage, just chip damage, just wasting my cards to kind of lower his HP. And yeah, we did proc Light Elizabeth's heal already, which is okay to do. You know, some people like to save the Light Elizabeth heal for like the second phase. They'll like push an ultimate and then just like nuke this phase and then go into the second phase with Light Elizabeth ult, or with their passive, I mean. Definitely an option you can do too, but I feel like this definitely is the way to go, just regardless, because by the end of the fight, you're still going to have her all stats up, so it's not like it's going to be completely gone. So I don't necessarily think you need to do that. And then, yeah, as you guys can see, we're just wasting cards though, man. Just wasting our cards, trying to clear. And yeah, I mean, the boss is kind of getting cooked right here. He's right about to die. And then, yeah, we are infected on Sariel and Margaret, though, which is kind of an L, and I don't have a Margaret cleanse card. But yeah, right there he goes for another attack against Sariel, which kind of sucks. AoE. Let Elizabeth patience thing is pretty crazy, too, though. Yeah, and then from this range, we just buff up with Tarmiel, get the I think that's either final buff or one of the last buffs for the mission. Yep. So that is the mission right there. And then the follow-up damage from Sariel and Margaret is enough to kill. We move into the second phase. So there we go. And then moving into the second phase, let's skip the little like animation. But yeah, we hop into the second phase here, guys, and now we're just doing as much damage as we can without buffing up, pretty much. So we want to just deal as much damage as we can, because the way the boss works is that on the second phase, if you start buffing up, he's gonna build up basic stats, right? The only time you should really buff up is if you know you're gonna kill, like if you have like an ultimate or something that's like super hard hitting, which right here I had Tarmiel ultimate, so I was able to get that off. But in general, like, you know, if you're just like buffing up on the boss, he's gonna get pretty tanky and it's gonna be harder to kill him. But if you have an ultimate, it's okay. So yeah, right here I decided to do the attacks with Light Elizabeth and then the Tarmiel ultimate, And yeah, I mean, from there it's gonna be a kill. We don't need a mission of having like more than like 40% HP. We checked, right? So it's just the buff skills and clear without dying. And yeah, I mean, a fairly easy fight. If you know what you're doing, definitely can make it a lot easier. And then Tarmiel obviously with the nuke at the end. The boss had ultimate move gauge there, so we did a lot more damage. And then boom, that's going to be a 12.7k score right there, guys. So moving into the regular difficulties now, we can actually put HP food on. So there's that. And yeah, we just rocked the exact same team. No real reason to change the team, by the way, just because you can literally get 6k with the exact same team, and you would rather not switch your gear anyway. That's why usually in these videos I just keep the same team if possible, just so that you guys don't have to switch gear, man. It's just a lot easier on you guys, right? But yeah, and then right here we just buff up, you know, just start wasting our cards. And then the second phase, we're gonna pretty much do kind of the same thing. You just want to get as much buffs off as possible, and then preferably you do want to finish off the fight with a hard-hitting skill, because the way Kelak works on the lower difficulties is if you're nuking him, you get more points, right? So if you hit him with like a very hard skill, if you have like a rank 2 single target or something, like that's like from like Light Elizabeth, that's really gonna hurt. So that's how you're able to get like pretty good score, right? Holy Light buff from Tarmiel, we do the buff from Margaret right there, and then we double AoE with Sariel here to get some basic stats built up. And you can crit him on the lower difficulty, so it is actually worth going for that. And then from here, I think we just, so I do the Light Elizabeth single target after I do the rank 2 buff, and that's going to be pretty much the kill right there. And then we get a little bit of a nuke. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy though. Like, you just go for like nuke damage, right? You don't want to like absolutely like kill him like instantly though. You're kind of trying to build up basic stats along the way, so that's why we like spam buff cards, right? On the lower difficulties. So yeah, and then AoE just to get another stack on Sariel, which is really good, and then single target Light Elizabeth to finish him off for a fairly good score. Let's actually see here. Yeah, so we get, I think it was 2,800 from what I remember. Yep, so 2,800, and then moving into the this is the normal. So this one is a little bit more difficult in the sense of like you trying to score well with what you can do, because you just dish so much damage. But yeah, so pretty much the strategy that I was going for was like, okay, let's do the Sariel attacks, build up the basic stats with him, and then double buff up with Tarmiel and Margaret after, because you want to, you know, build up basic stats and not have Sariel kill him instantly. So you want to at least have like 2 turns, right? Yeah, we double buff. And then we let Sariel do his thing already. And then from here, yep. So we do top deck another buff card, which is what we need. And then when you use the second buff card and then a follow-up skill, you're going to proc Light Elizabeth's passive, which is really good. So that's pretty much what you're trying to do, right? And as long as you proc Light Elizabeth passive, you fully built the basic stats for her, and that's all you really need, right? Other than like obviously building up as much Margaret basic stats as you can as well. Yeah, we do 450k damage right there, and then we do proc the Light Elizabeth passive, and we get a 2,000 score right there. So we're at 4,800 right now. And then moving into the lowest difficulty, I think I had a few runs on the lowest difficulty, but I had to do a second run. Because I messed up with what I was trying to do. But yeah, pretty much you want to do Sariel AoE, Margaret AoE, because you might do too much damage, and then double buff, and then the following turn you go for a hard-hitting skill, right? After you know, buff again, probably. But yeah, no, fairly easy guild boss, man. If you guys are like doing this, you should be able to get that like easy, you know, 9k and 6k respectively, man. Kelak, as long as you're able to use like full goddess, it's usually like a very easy fight. Yeah, so right here I just buff up and then I do rank 3 Tarmiel, and that's gonna be the kill. And yeah, fairly easy, man. Not too many issues that you'll have on this. Like maybe you're just like tanking issues on the hell difficulty, but other than that, it's fairly easy. So just follow the missions, do what you need to do in terms of your team comps. LR Elizabeth will definitely help you if you have her, but I mean, overall, you're still able to do pretty well. And then, yeah, we do the damage right there with Tarmiel. And then, as you guys can see here, a 1.9k score. And then we are able to get all the rewards. So there you go, man. And we get a 6.8k and then 12k. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.